In a bustling American city, life seemed perfect, everything moving in rhythm, a road, and an office hiding dark secrets. What's really happening? And who's pulling the strings? On the other side, Michael's wife and daughter are waiting anxiously at hotel. It's supposed to be a special day, his daughter's birthday, wife Emma, and daughter Sophia. Michael heads to the hospital, where a dead body awaits. Inside the morgue, he meets, his mind racing, and rushes back home. His daughter eagerly runs to him, excited for her birthday celebration. He kneels down, hugging her tight. "I'm sorry, sweetie," he says. He hands her the mobile gift, the excitement in her eyes shining through as she takes it. She smiles, her happiness radiates. His wife, a journalist, enters and Michael, without saying much, pulls her aside. He shows her the piece from the body, explaining, "This is what they found. It's not just an infection. It's something much worse." Without waiting for her reaction, Michael leaves, knowing he must act fast. Michael reaches the dozens of dead mice scattered across the floor. The air is thick with the smell of something decaying. A cleaning crew, along with a spray team, are frantically working, trying to contain whatever this is. Suddenly, Michael notices a man's lifeless body on the ground. To his horror, a spider crawls out from the man's mouth, its legs twitching in the still air. A deadly creature. Suddenly, a swarm of spiders attacks him. The rescue team rushes in, spraying him with chemical. The news breaks out an emergency has been declared across the entire city. People are now forced to check their IDs at every metro station before entering. The panic is palpable. At the station, Michael runs into an old FBI friend. His friend is on edge but ready to dive into the situation. "We need to see this firsthand," he says, preparing to check out the chaos unfolding at the "It's better if they don't recognize us." The cleaning team works quickly, collecting the spiders and trying to sanitize the metro station. They discover something even more terrifying inside. They find small, wriggling eggs, possibly the source of the spiders. Michael's house is located in the same area as the metro station, and now the entire area is being sealed off towards the door. But the sealing team stops her, pushing her back inside. Michael rushes to the scene, desperate to get to her, but the security team blocks his path, not allowing him to enter. His heart races as he stands helplessly outside. His only goal now is to find his daughter and get her out of there. Meanwhile, Michael's wife hands the piece of the body to the doctor for testing. As she anxiously waits for answers, the security team receives an emergency call. The voice on the other end was unconscious. The cleaning team works tirelessly, capturing dozens of spiders in a large cage, sealing them off from the rest of the area. The doctor watches the entire process through the cameras, his eyes narrowing as he observes the growing chaos. Suddenly, the doctor realizes the magnitude of what's happening. Something much darker is unfolding. He knows too much, and he becomes a threat. In a chilling moment, another doctor, the one Michael's wife handed the sample to, ensuring that the truth won't escape. Michael and his wife are shocked to find themselves on the blacklist. They had no escape. Michael and his wife hide in the very tunnel that's become the epicenter of the nightmare. The air is thick with tension. Michael's daughter is growing increasingly worried, sensing something is terribly wrong, trying to find an exit from the house. And as they move deeper into the darkness, they realize the tunnel is crawling with danger. The walls are covered in webs, and the ground is swarming with countless spiders. The once familiar space, he notices a security officer standing in front of the door. In a quick motion, Michael grabs the officer and demands to know where his daughter is. Michael's heart sinks as he realizes the danger is far from over. The officer continues, his voice shaking. "But there's more. Spiders have taken over this building too." The officer, trembling, responds, "She's not inside. I left the door open. I told her and her friend there's no one in the back way. They ran off." One of officer arrests Michael and her wife. Cameras. As Michael and his wife move deeper into the tunnel lab, the atmosphere thickens with dread. Suddenly, bombs. Relief white. As they reach the tunnel, Michael turned to his wife. "Stay close." They entered, and as they made their way through the dark, damp corridors, they heard the sound of the spider's movements in the distance. It was coming. Finally, in the deepest part of the tunnel, with a final, crushing blow, the spider collapsed, its body hitting the ground with a sickening thud. Michael stood over it, panting, blood pumping through his veins as he realized the nightmare was finally over. But even as he breathed a sigh of relief, a single thought lingered in his mind: how long before something worse comes?